Everyone, welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial I will tell you how we can use formula in business rules. You know very well about business rules, right? We write business rules to do dynamic logic and do validations and show error messages and also to update some values in the fields. We configure business rules for tables, right? Now today I will show you how we can configure business rules so that we can write some formula to calculate some field values. For example, I am taking a scenario. So telling you a scenario. So let's say this is a student, right? This is the student record, and if you go to related, I have a student payment record which is related to student. So there is 1:1 relationship between student and student payment. Now here I can create new student payment by clicking this new student payment, right? So here I can give, let's say, payment for Ramesh. Okay, now the student is captured here because I have navigated to this student payment from student entity through related option. Now here I can give, let's say, 600. Now my requirement is the tax field should be auto calculated as soon as I save this. By, let's say I'm giving turn 2 and click on save. Till now the tax is not calculated, but I want to calculate the task with 18% of this amount. So how you can calculate as of now? Either you can write script or you can write some plugins, but there is already a option available, configuration option called as business rules. You can write some formula to auto populate this value according to the amount. Let us do this, how we can achieve this without any writing any code, right? So I'll go here in the Power Apps. I will open this entity or table for which I want to create the business rule. I will click on business rule and click on add business rule. When I click add business rule, it will open the business rule designer, right? Here I can give a name here. Let's say calculate task for student payment, and you can copy this and give it in the description again, and you can minimize. And here you can choose entity as a scope or all forms as a scope. It depends on you, right? If you use entity as a scope, if you are trying to create a payment record, student payment record through plugin also or server side code also, the tax will also be calculated. Okay, so if you use all forms, whenever you are only interacting with students through forms, then only the tax will be calculated. But if your plugin code or custom code is generating the student payment record, then the tax will not be calculated because it is only the scope is only forms, right? So it's better always use entity, right? So that it will honor the server side code also. Now define a condition, right? What condition I want to define? The condition is if student payment entity field, which field? Amount field contains data, right? As soon as the amount having some data, I want to calculate the tax. Okay, so click on the apply. I have applied the condition. Give a name here. Let's say check if amount has data, right? Apply it. Now once I have applied, I will go here and drag a component. What component I want to drag? I want to drag set field value. Okay, so using the set field value, I can set a value to a field. Now provide a display name here, set tax value, set value for tax, right? So I can define which field you want to set the value. You can define tax, and here is the magic. Here you have to define whether you want to set a value or static value, or whether you want to clear the value or clear or blank the value, or you want to assign another field value to tax value, or whether you want to use a formula. Now this is important. Now in the formula, I want to define that this tax field should be amount and multiplied by value 0.18, right? So what it will do, it will try to multiply the amount field with 0.18 and provide the value to the tax field. So 0.18 means it will be 18 by 100, so which will calculate the tax from amount. Now click on apply. Now my work is done, so click on save. Now once you saved it, you can activate this. So you can click on activate. Validation is already successful. Now this type of small things that you can do through configurations without writing any code. People are there who are writing codes without thinking that there is a configuration item already available. Now click on activate, right? You cannot do it in workflows also, right? Because the formula is not available in workflows. So once it is activated, now I will go to student and try to create a let me refresh this and try to change this to something like 800 and try to save it. As soon as I save it, the tax amount is already calculated. Can you see that? So this is the 18%. Now if I will give 100 is the amount of the student payment, then it will calculate 18, because 18 is the 18% of the 100%, right? If I'll take 200, it will calculate accordingly. The point here I want to notify is you can leverage business rule if you want to do some formula or calculations. Okay, the point here is if you want to calculate using operators like plus, minus, multiply, division and all that, you can do it without any issue. So going forward, do not directly go to plugins or custom JavaScripts. Use business rules, which is also a less code and no code platform. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe this channel. I am coming with more videos, technical videos in Dynamics 365 and Power Platform. See you again. Bye.